Morning folks. Well, you join us this morning and we're heading up to Dovrefell, so we're in Norway. We're going looking for the muskox. Yeah, right. No, we're in the back garden, but wow, look at this. I woke up to this morning, which was a bit of a shocker. We knew it were going to possibly snow, but not to this extent. Anyway, this morning's thrown as a proper curveball, because this week's film, I'll tell you what I were going to do. I were going to actually do a bit of hedge laying as part of the homestead series, but I can't let an opportunity like this go by. So if we just wander into the orchard, you can see there I've started taking some of the hazel down. We're going to try and lay this hedge here, but not today. It's not hedge laying weather, it's photography weather. I should be setting my hot tent up, that's what I should be doing. But anyway, we've got this. Just shut the gate. We've got that big lens for a little bit longer, and as I said, we've got to make the most of it. Oh, I'm going to have to show you this. Look at that. Look at that. It's a bit of a novelty this for me, because where we were up in Lancs, we weren't far off the coast, and we never used to get dumps of snow like this, especially not this early. So, red wings and field furs all over the place. Right, so we're going up into the hide this morning. I'm going to do a bit of a session up there. Yeah, so as I said, we've got the 600. I want to get the most out of that. I'm still dying to use that 180 to 600, but it's in the box still. Like I said, I'm getting the most out of this thing. So we're gonna go up. I've already been up first thing, and I put some feed out. I put some. I don't know whether we're going to get the small birds in on the perches or what, because the snow's that deep. I didn't want to disturb it all. So what I want to try and do, because we've got so many jays and they come close in, they're fantastic for nice close portraits. I want to try and get some with acorns. Now, acorns this year have been a massive issue. There's none about. I couldn't find any. What I usually do every year, I go up in the oak woodlands and I start picking acorns off the floor, and then dry them and store them, particularly for this reason, but my mate and I, absolute hero, has supplied me with some acorns that he collected last year. So we're going to put some acorns out, and hopefully we can get some pictures of the jays, because jays with peanuts in their mouth, it's just not right. It's not natural, is it? But acorns are a natural food source for them. So let's wander up here. Oh, look at that. In fact, let's take you out onto the setup. Let you have a look. There's loads of birds about. There we go. Look at that. Wow. In fact, we'll get a few acorns out now. We're just going to put them on in these little feeding pots. Whether we're going to get out, I don't know, but they're going to be hungry, aren't they? So we're doing them a solid. Let's Bobby up there. Surprising how it's not actually that cold, but we've got the big jumper on today, just in case you get cold sat here. Right, let's get these bobbles opened up. Let's give you a view out there, out one of the windows. There we go. Right, so we're going to have some fun with our exposure today, but we'll talk about that when we get set up. Right, let's get this camera out. I've actually got a new bag, and this lens is that big it won't fit in. Well, it won't fit in on it. It will fit in, but not on the body. But we've got it really for the 180 to 600, so it's a new mine shift 45 litre, and it's got that bit more extra spacing than the 36 litre. So it's a new trekking bag, but we'll have a look at that in another film. There, we're on. I'll tell you what, before we get set up, I want to talk a little bit about support. So when people come to the hide, they tend to bring tripods and all kinds of stuff, but it's not really needed. So support wise, in the hide, I've got a few options. What I use a lot of the time is a bean bag and one of these little carousels. So I shout out to Keith Thorburn. He suggested these. They're great. They're just like a cake stand, if you will. You just bob it on there, but it's dead easy to move your camera around. So I've been using that, but also, let's have a look. Massive shout out to Andy Green off the Wild X podcast. He got in touch and said, would I be interested in trying a couple of these out? And these have been brilliant. So the way I've got this set up at the moment, in fact I'll show you what it is first, and then, so it's called the camera Perch. There we go. So fabricated plate. It's, I don't know what gauge is that. It's probably, I don't know, maybe 1.8mm thick. It's not heavy, but it's extremely stable. It's got these little rubber feet on the bottom. You see them there? So 4 feet on the bottom. It's got a bolt that's welded in. Really well made, nicely laser CNC cut, and then it's also got this extender. There you go. So I use this all the time for my video work. It's brilliant. So I use my little Komodo high footage video head. Just screw that in there. I've got my Orca Swiss plate adapter on the top, and then I've got a rock steady base to put my camera on. It'll take that 600 no problem whatsoever. I use it all the time with me 500, but I've then got the ability to do all my video stuff, you know, with the nice fluid head on. As I said, the extender, if you need to, you know, because not everyone's the same height, are they? Sometimes you want your camera a little bit higher up. You just get your extender, that goes on. There you go, just tighten it up with your hand. No tools required. And then your video head, or a ball head, or whatever you want. You could put a gimbal on it if you wanted to, and there you go, and you've got that little bit more extra height, probably, I don't know, 2.5 inches extra height. Yeah, fantastic them, Andy, superb. I'll put the link, well, I'll put the link down here, but I'll also put it in the description to Andy's socials and that. and then you can get in touch with him. So he sells these. They're excellent. So yeah, well chuffed with them. Right, so today, what are we going to use? In fact, I think we're going to use one of these, because there's going to be a good opportunity to do some video. So with the big lens, we don't need that extender on. We'll just put that on. Take the Orca Swiss off. Don't need that. A little bit of a break, I think. It's been frantic. So the plan was, best laid plans, was to get some pictures of the jays. But the problem is it's snowing that hard that everything's covered up, and all the pots with the acorns in and the peanuts, you can't see them. So there's not even been a jay come in yet, which is really unusual. They're one of the the main visitors, but it's all about the little birds this morning. They're going mad. They're all over the place. But the thing is as well, they're not as frantic as they usually are. Usually they're non-stop, but they're sitting on the boughs. I've got 3 or 4 nice perches set up there. Just thin stuff that favours the small birds, and that's where they go and sit on them before they go onto the feeders. And they're actually just sitting there. I don't know. I think they're obviously a bit phased by all this white stuff. So I'm getting some really nice shots. I'm just playing around with the metering. I'm just on what we're on at the moment. It's working on matrix metering at the moment. Tried it on spot metering, no good at all. It's just completely underexposing it. That's what you've got to watch in this. Yeah, we're managing to get some nice shots of the small stuff. How long it'll last, I don't know. I put a load of apples out for the blackbirds, photographing them yesterday, and all the apples are buried. They can't see them. They're coming in. It's like they know they're there, but I might nip out and unearth them and give them a chance. In fact, I think we'll do that now. Come on, let's go and we'll go and help the blackbirds out. They're under here somewhere. There they are. There we go. Right. There we have it. We've cleared that bit of an area now. Let's get back in the yard before we get cupboard. I'd never normally do that, go out during a session, because it kind of blows your cover, but I'd rather see the birds get the food. That's more important, I think. Oh, flipping heck. I'll tell you what I'd really like is a nice picture of a robin for next year's Christmas card, and for the calendar. We've got a calendar coming out, so the details will be in the next film next week, so you'll be able to purchase a calendar, limited run, so don't miss out. Right, we're going posh today, we're going all Italian. If you've never used one of these, they're fantastic. So it's a Stanley, I'm not sure what it's called actually. It's not a normal flask, it's for putting food in. They're bloody brilliant. There we go. Ravioli. I've not had ravioli for years. Just what you need on a day like today. Fantastic. Oh, it's cold. Not the ravioli. Out there it's bloody freezing. Oh, the J's come back in. And it's gone. I'll finish this first, try and keep warm. As well insulated as the hide is, with all that sheep's wool, you've got 3 massive windows open, so it's not going to stay red hot, is it? Jays are back again. Typical. No. I think we've got the robin shot. What I'm trying to do now is get some nice pictures of these jays, but not just a static portrait. They do this thing where they occasionally they just fluff their feathers up and this crest comes up on their head. It looks fantastic. It looks really unusual. So I'm trying to get that at the moment, but they don't do it very often, and when they do it, it's quick. So you've got to be on the ball. What a bonus. We're only talking to my mate yesterday saying how good it would look with the snow down on the setup, and it's delivered to. Brilliant. It's bloody cold though. God, it's cowed. Well, I keep saying I'm going to pack up, but the birds keep coming in. They're absolutely feeding like mad, so while they keep coming, I'm going to stay here. But I'm going to wrap the film up now, so thanks for joining me on this impromptu session in the snow. Completely unexpected, but I'm hoping there's more of this to come. We're about 1,000 feet above sea level here, so you know there's a chance that we might get a snowy winter. You never know, do you? But it makes photographing so the pictures you can get are just amazing, really nice to photograph birds in the snow. It can be a bit tricky sometimes, but you know it's keeps you on your toes with the old exposure, but in more ways than one. Oh, woodpecker in then, that was nice. Anyway, but as I said, thanks very much for joining me for this little short film. Those of you who bought me a coffee this week, thank you very much. I'll put your names on now. We're doing hide vouchers, so Christmas coming up obviously. They'll be on the Tragapan website. I'll put the link on the screen below. And I think that's about it for this one. I'm going to give it a bit longer though. I'm going to tough it out because it's just superb this. It's actually stopped snowing now, so we'll see how long it lasts for. But again, if you've enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up, give us a like, helps the channel massively. If you haven't subscribed, please do, because when I look on the demographic, on the analytics I should say, there's loads of people that watch the films, but you haven't subscribed, and it's free, it don't cost anything. So if you can hit that subscribe button, I'd be forever grateful, because we're nearly at 19,500. We want to get to 20,000 by Christmas, so just press that button, hit the bell icon, and it'll tell you when there's any new films coming out every Friday. And that's it for this. Right, we'll see you on the next one. Cheerio.